gentlemen, to the Totally Awesome Podcast. My name is JoshAgeddon. This is the worst podcast you ever heard. So bad it might just make you tap out. Okay, I've had my brother on this channel a lot of times. I've had my mom on this channel a couple times. I have my fiance Andy on this channel all the time. But we're having a first here today here on TAW Gaming. I've never had my dad on my channel, I don't think. So, introducing my special guest today, my dad.
Hello.
How are you today, Dad?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. His name is Paul, and my middle name is his name, Joshua Paul Campbell. And we've been thinking about this meetup that we're having at his house for the past couple weeks, right? Mm-hmm. And so I drove over here. Well, actually, we had to meet up at Dollar General because we were having some issues figuring out where exactly on planet Earth you were. So you had to drive. We had to drive to Dollar General, and you had to guide me to your house.
Well, that's because the technology is not that great.
It's not up to par.
Not just here, but technology in general.
Yeah, basically. So how have you been, Daddy?
I've been fine.
And what have you been up to as of late?
Well, mostly I just go to work and come back home. And then get up the next day and go to work and then come back home.
One thing I noticed when I got here today, you have so many DVDs. And like I kind of, when I got here, I just wanted to look at all of them. And you have, didn't you borrow my one of my wrestling DVDs?
Well, we talked about it, but I never get it. Remember, I told you I got this tables, ladders, and chairs match DVD, and you said, "Well, I got some better ones," but I never got one from you. At least I don't think I got one from you.
Yeah, I might. Did you get the Crash and Burn ladder match DVD from somewhere, or did I give it to you? I can't remember.
I bought it.
You bought it? Okay.
But it was like at a flea market, so it wasn't but $1.
Okay.
And I found out that there's a very good deal if you can find DVDs for $1 that, play. Very good deal rather than going to Walmart paying $15.
And, yeah.
I got the whole series of Breaking Bad, the whole program seasons, and they were only like $1 for a season.
That is a deal right there.
Mm-hmm.
I've never watched Breaking Bad.
I like it. Some parts of it's better than others. It's just something. It's different.
Okay, now we talked about wrestling. For some reason, you got very obsessed with a particular match that I showed you one time.
That was Edge and Christian.
Yeah. It was a fatal 4-way tag match. It was Edge and Christian. Albert and Tess, I think.
With Trish
Stratus. I think it was
the Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys, and was it the Dudley Boys too? There was a four. I can't remember. I can't exactly.
No, it was MC Cool and.
You're right. It was Grandmaster Sexay.
Grandmaster Sexy and
Scotty Too Hottie.
And he was doing the worm. That's my favorite match of all time. Because it's just so crazy and hilarious.
It's so dumb, but it's hilarious.
And when what was the girl that used to be with the Hardy Boys?
Lita. She did what was that? Hurricane Rana on Edge, I think. It was funny. Yeah.
I mean, it was a good match, but.
When I first showed you that match, you just could not stop laughing, and then you
hilarious.
just wanted to watch it over and over and over.
I wish I had a DVD with that match on there. I don't know if it got.
If I can find it, I'll give it to you, but I don't know. But I do have a couple wrestling DVDs at my house that left over because I got rid of some of my DVDs because for one I had just so many of them, and two I kind of got mad earlier in the year because. It was supposed to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 because Cody won the Royal Rumble. Well, CM Punk got injured, and someone else got injured, and basically the entire WrestleMania card got screwed up. So The Rock, who's now a part of TKO, the company that owns WWE, was like, you know what? I have to save WrestleMania, so Cody, step aside from the WrestleMania main event. The main event's going to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns. And I got so mad that I got rid of a bunch of my wrestling DVDs just in protest. Probably wasn't the most mature thing I've ever done. But so many people got mad that they ended up changing the main event back to Cody versus Roman, and then Cody won, so I got mad for no reason.
I saw a video the other day about Cody Rhodes, but I don't remember what it was.
Right now, he's the WWE champion, which is still crazy to say. But him, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens are feuding with the Bloodline, Roman Reigns' family. And they just brought in this new guy named Jacob Fatu, who's like this. He's basically, you know Umaga, right? The Samoan bulldozer. He's kind of like that, except way more athletic. Like he does like moonsaults and other crazy stuff.
He's not just fat.
No, he's not just fat. He actually slimmed down a lot. And I'm excited to see.
Didn't a lot of those Samoan wrestlers die of a heart attack or something?
Actually, yeah. Roman Reigns' dad, Sika, passed away this past week from some heart-related thing. I've been a wrestling fan forever. And Daddy, you would always tell me about the Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors back in the day.
Yeah.
Hawk and Animal would fight the Mulkey brothers, who were like these two little 110-pound guys with bleach blonde hair, and the Road Warriors were coached, were the Road Warriors.
Yeah.
And it was always just a bloodbath.
Yeah, and the Mulkeys were jobbers, and the Road Warriors were
just people to beat on. They weren't even really jobbers.
Like whatever tier below jobbers are, that's the Mulkeys.
Yeah, the people you beat on because they were available.
And Edge is your favorite wrestler, right?
He used to be, but I hadn't seen much about Edge.
He actually wrestles in AEW now under his real name because, Edge is a WWE trademark. Yeah, he wrestles as Adam Copeland, and he actually got injured in his last match. He was in a barbed wire steel cage match, and he's like in his 50s. He thought it would be a good idea to get on the top of the cage and jump off. He broke his leg when he landed.
I don't know. Didn't he break his back or something?
He
had
broke
back surgery.
He had neck surgery a decade ago, but then he came back, and then he wrestled in WWE for a couple of years.
Who was that he married?
Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon. And they actually tag teamed together and wrestled The Miz and his wife Maurice a couple times, and that was something that certainly happened. But
was the Miz wrestle with WWE anymore? Is he?
Yeah, he actually was tag team champions with R-Truth until this past Monday. They lost the tag team titles to these other two guys. And my friend Sean, who I do a bunch of videos with, he knows who they lost the tag team titles to, and me calling them some guys because I know that you don't know who they are, that's going to tickle him. Because he's not super crazy.
Some guys.
Yeah, when he hears me refer to them as just some guys, he's going to be like, yeah, that's basically it. Even though they're two guys that I like, and two guys that he doesn't like, he's going to love that I refer to them as just two random guys. So, where are you from? I'm going to turn this into more of an interview style thing.
Well, I'm from Pleasant Hill, South Carolina, that great metropolis.
Yeah.
Outside of Heat Springs.
And you've been there forever, and it's really cool because growing up, you had a house right beside your parents' house.
Well, I mean, I grew up there at my parents' house, and then these other people put the house beside them, and then whatever happened to them. But that's where you and your mother lived at, and you and Alex lived for a long time. Y'all went to school at the same school as I did.
East Springs Elementary. Did you what middle and high school did you go to?
It was AJ.
You went to AJ?
Yeah.
It looks so different right now, even from when I graduated, because they've added this third building, a vocational building, because the middle school and the high school were like, it was just a parking lot between the two.
And the Performing Arts Center.
This Performing Arts Vocational other adjective building. and it's pretty massive. And apparently, 2 people during the construction of that building fell off the roof and died.
Oh my God! It's
so,
in other words.
Glad that I graduated from there. Did you go to college?
Mm-mm.
You did not go to college. I'm jealous because I met Andy at college, and that's honestly the best thing to come out of college. I have a bachelor's degree in English, and I'm still paying back my student loan debt.
Yay!
Which it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just I have a private loan that I have to pay.
That's just another lie that Joe Biden told. He was going to take care of all y'all's loan debt.
I was wondering when we were going to get into the political sphere of
They
this.
had a debate yesterday. They said like 70% of the people said Trump won, and Joe Biden was a dismal failure.
I have
As
not.
he usually is.
I have not seen the debate, but I heard that Trump was more reserved and controlled than he normally is, and Joe Biden was not
Mr. Magoo.
not sufficiently drugged up as he has been in the past to stay alive and conscious.
Well, you could tell when Joe Biden walked out on stage that he was headed for the nursing home.
Yeah,
But he's pitiful.
I don't want to get too much into it.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to November. I'll just put it that way. Of course, I had to be born on election month. But anyway.
You and your brother.
Yeah. We're all a bunch of November babies, and then there's you.
Yeah, I'm a April.
Yeah.
Aries or whatever you want to say. Let's talk about this place where I live at now. It's over here in Chesterfield County, outside of the town of Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
And this land was actually the place where my father, Benjamin Campbell, grew up at. Mm-hmm. So it's just been passed down in the family through the years.
I never got to really know Mom's dad, Poppy, because he passed away when I was like 1.5 or 2.
Yeah,
but I knew Papa was the best grandpa, and he was funny, and I think one of my favorite things about him was his little addiction to Pepsi
and chocolate. He said he was a chocoholic.
I remember, like, whenever we would go over to Mimi and Papa's house, we could basically, like, eat and drink whatever we wanted, but if we wanted a Pepsi, we would have to get Papa's permission first.
Because you didn't want you drinking up his Pepsi.
Because that's, like, all he drank. And I actually, because, again, I have a video game wrestling channel, one of my wrestlers is Pepsi Man, who's a Japanese superhero. Who's literally a superhero who's a giant Pepsi can with arms and legs.
Oh, that reminds me of something I was going to ask you. It doesn't have anything to do with Pepsi, but on like YouTube, TikTok, you have these Asian girls doing the RPG dance. Have you seen that?
No, I don't have a TikTok because I like
I mean, it's on YouTube too.
I haven't seen it. I have not seen it, but
I mean, they're cute. I don't know if they're Chinese. But they're all cute, and they dress, RPG role-playing game. They're dressed like, the characters on one of those games, or maybe more than one of them.
The thing that's popular now, that's like everywhere, I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen the Hawk Tua girl?
The Hawk Tua girl.
It's this meme that's going on. It's like the worst meme ever, and everyone hates it, but no one will stop talking about it. This girl was at a party or something, and she was drunk, and she was talking about some suggestive acts, and she said something to the effect of, "You gotta spit on that thing, Hawk Tua," and now everyone's making jokes about it, and I'm like, that's where our country is now.
I hadn't seen that.
I'm jealous of you. I would give up Hawk Tua girl in a heartbeat for the Asian RPG girls, because I would much rather see that.
But there's this other girl, I think her name is Haley or something, and it's supposed to be like she's working at these places making people come to the store for a delivery, pick up an order they placed.
Mm.
And she comes out to the car, and she makes, gives them their product, whatever they ordered. And then she makes some kind of suggestive, you seen that?
Oh, no. I haven't seen that.
Comment, and the person says, huh? And she says, what? And it's just it's stupid.
Why would you risk your job doing that?
It says on the byline thing, just for laughs or just for.
That's so dumb.
But it's not like that show they have on TV just for laughs. It's just like a 30-second little spot.
Yeah.
And she comes out. I mean, she's a pretty girl and everything. And one of them, the guy, whoever it was she was delivering the product to, in the parking lot, had ordered a tape measure.
Oh, no.
And she asked him, well, how long is it? And so she pulls out some of the tape and sticks it in her mouth. She said, yeah, that's about right.
No!
It's just stupid.
Just what I want when I'm just trying to, have, a monster delivered to me. I need to get harassed by this weirdo.
Well, she makes some kind of little sexual, you want to get in the back seat with me, and like if there's some kind of product that you shake or something. It's just, it's ridiculous. Then they always end with the person saying, what?
I kind of wish that I was recording a video of this because my dad just made the funniest, hand-shaking gesture, and it was...
it's ridiculous. But she makes these comments, and the person's, they're just caught totally off guard, and they're saying, what? She's like, huh? And
what?
Then she walks
moves
off.
on and acts like nothing weird happened.
Nothing happens. It's just... I'm thinking, why would him? And then there's this other woman, Hula Mama or something like that. All it is music playing, and her with a hula hoop on. With scantily dressed.
I think I've seen that one.
Kind of a skinny, black-headed woman.
Does not take much to go viral nowadays, but not for good reasons. No, you just have to make
Hula Mama or Hula-wing Mama.
You have to
hula hoop
make a fool of yourself.
And she's doing that, and she's just smiling and dancing around hula hoop, and I'm like,
so
it doesn't take much to create a video.
It doesn't take much to entertain people nowadays, but the reason why I'm actually here today, and I just was like, hey, would it be all right if I interviewed you? And you were like, yeah, sure. We missed Father's Day because I was working and you were working, so after we're done here, a little bit later today, I'm going to go take you out somewhere to eat. Have you thought about where you would like to go eat, Daddy?
Well, do you want to go by and see Alex, or you don't want to?
Depends, honestly. We might, and then the three of us might go somewhere.
Well, he said, we don't have to, but the closest place to go eat around here is at Paisley, and mostly what they have is fast food joints. They got a couple of Mexican restaurants, but I'm not all that crazy about Mexican.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
What was the last Mexican? Oh, me and Andy went to this, I think it was a Mexican restaurant. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was the one that they have those robot servant things. They have, these little robots that have, this, a weird box-looking thing with a funny-looking face. And it has a bunch of wheels, and it just rolls around, and it gives you your order after you order it. And Andy did the most Andy thing she could possibly do. The whole reason that we went there is because she wanted to see the robots. Okay. So we get there, and we order our food, because you order with, a human waiter or waitress, and then the robot brings you the food. That's the selling point of the restaurant. So we order... And then all of a sudden, after we wait a couple minutes, she's like, I have to go use the bathroom. Of course, she goes to the bathroom, and that's when the robot comes out. And she missed the entire thing. And I'm just I'm sitting there with my head in my hand and my head in my hands, and I'm just like, Andy, you picked the perfect moment to miss. And she came back, and she was like, I missed the robot, didn't I? And I was like, yeah, you did.
But y'all went ahead and ate.
Yeah, we went ahead and ate. And there were other robots in the background going to other people, so she just watched them.
And now she's not interested in going back.
Now, if we go back, I'll just encourage her to hold it until after the robot gets... or go before we leave.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I can't believe that I've been dating her and I've been engaged with her. I've been with her for 3.5 years now. It's the best relationship I've ever been involved in. So I'm going to put you on the spot, Daddy. What do you think of Andy?
Think of Andy?
Yeah.
She's a nice girl.
She's very similar in personality to me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and
in a certain way.
Yeah, I get told a lot, like, oh my God, there's 2 Joshuas now.
Oh my goodness.
Because we're multiplying. Because that's just what the world needs, more of me. But, thank you very much, Daddy. I'm glad that we got to do this. Because, again, I've been doing YouTube for like 11 years now. And I've never had you on a video before. And thank you very much for joining me.
You're welcome. I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to you over here in L.A. And it's not Los Angeles. It's Lost Angeles. Community I live in is called Angeles Community.
Mm.
So people, so way out here in the country, people over here call it Lost Angeles. Huh?
I'll try to remember that. But hopefully I'll be able to have you on again at some point. But thank you all for listening to this interview with my dad. I love you very much, Daddy.
I love you too.
Y'all have a good rest of the day. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Later, everybody.